Welcome to the Smyers and Chambers podcast. All right, so first game that happened out of the 6-game road trip was a loss to Miami, kind of a scheduled loss. Horford and Porzingis was out. The final score, we believe we lost by like 21 points. This part of the season really doesn't matter anymore. They're locked into the 2 seed. But
Yeah, 124, 103.
which one? Okay, and Jaylen Brown, the one positive that he looked good this game. He looked good. He made shots. If he's going to be this injured and has to play through it in the playoffs, then his ability to make threes is going to be very important because he can't use his explosiveness. He has to use IQ and skill and talent. And which is kind of scary because I look back at I wanted to watch yesterday all the highlights, like every game by game highlight of that playoff run last year that when they won the finals, but it was very boring. I could only get past game 1 of the Cavs without getting kind of bored. But Jaylen Brown was definitely a catalyst of those highlights, and all the plays he made were straight up athleticism, except for that one stretch that we saw together in Game 2 against the Heat, where he hit like 4 straight threes to end the half.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the most athletic players in the NBA. So an injury has been tough on him. But like you said, it's just making him use his basketball IQ more. He's going to have to rely more on his jump shot, which hasn't been great this year. So it'll be interesting to see how he performs in the playoffs. But I agree with you. He did look good in that game. I'm kind of curious what he's dealing with because it's like some games he looks great and some games it looks like he has a torn meniscus.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I guess we'll see when playoff time rolls around.
It also Jaylen Brown was dealing with the hip, I believe, in the whole first half of the season, and then now it's the knee. So
Yeah, that game that I went to see him.
yeah, he
When-
dunked on someone.
When
and
Utah
injured
came to
his knee.
town, right? Yeah, he dunked on somebody, and you could tell that he was hurting after that.
It was the
Um,
Brooklyn game in Brooklyn where he got the knee injury. Remember when he missed like the whole second half because of it?
Yeah, I mean, he still looks good, but he definitely doesn't look like the Jaylen Brown of the postseason last year, or even how he looked at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, going back to the Heat game though, he looked good. Tatum looked so bad during this game.
yeah, Tatum was asleep. I mean, Tatum had a pretty good road trip, so like you said, it's kind of a scheduled loss. I mean, you come off a 6-game road trip, and it's so hard to come play at home after that. You know, you get home, you see your family finally. I mean, it's a tough game for the guys. The Celtics haven't performed well in those games all year.
There was also after that game a big conversation about Celtics media, or within Celtics media about why they're bad at home but so good on the road. And you'd think there'd be less distractions at home than are on the road. But if you think about it, these guys are like 27, 28, 30 years old. They have families at home.
Yeah.
And on the road, you don't see your families. You don't see your families. You're just in the hotel. You're chilling. Maybe you'll go out with some friends the night before a game or whatever, and you have more togetherness when
Yeah.
you're on the road. But when you're at home, like you gotta go say hi to your mom. You gotta go say hi to your wife. Go talk to your kid. Bring your kid to school that morning. Do whatever, and then all those distractions happen, and like, oh, I have a game now, and it's the Miami Heat. Dude, blow ass.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we even saw it last year in the playoffs in Game 2. So the Celtics struggled at home, but I mean, this team is really good on the road, and that's what I mean. That was a strength of theirs in the playoffs last year. I mean, being good on the road is never a bad thing. I mean, obviously you want to be good at home, but if we can take a game or two on the road in every series, that's going to be something that's super important. I mean, TD Garden's going to be packed when it comes to playoff time. The energy's going to be different. I mean, the Celtics at home in the playoffs is just a whole different thing. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not that worried by that. I mean, they should be better at home. Yes, I completely agree. But I mean, I think that they're playing the best basketball this season right now, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody is. So
Tatum kind of dipped down a little bit with his 3-point shooting since the ankle sprain. But
he hasn't shot the 3 ball well, but
he's actually 30% on the dot since the All-Star break from 3, which is
Yeah.
pretty bad.
it's not very good. Which I was actually thinking about that the other day. It makes me a little nervous just because of the shooting slump that he went in the playoffs last year. But I mean,
28% on jump shots,
Yeah,
not 3 balls,
right.
jump shots.
But I mean,
That's Giannis level.
his fadeaway still looks pretty damn good. I mean, he's way better this year than he was last year getting to the rim. I mean, nobody. You still have to respect his jumper. I mean, he's gonna get hot eventually. There'll be a game where he makes 5 or 6 of them, and then it's gonna be like, oh shit, like we forgot,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
can. It's
Like
like
Indiana. I was like Indiana.
yeah. There's never a game where you're gonna leave Jason Tatum open from 3, no matter how bad he's shooting it,
Yeah.
because he's Jason Tatum. So I mean, he's always a dual threat. I actually watched a pretty good clip of him the other day, watching film with Scal and just like talking about
Yeah, pick and roll.
yeah the pick and roll one.
Him and Luke.
Right, which was it's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool to watch how Tatum just analyzes the screen, and he knows that the bigs have to respect his jumper. And if he even looks at the rim and he sees them pull up like they're gonna jump, he knows that he can split the screen and get to the rim.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty cool to watch him break that down. I mean, he's a super smart basketball player, really good basketball player, and doesn't deserve the hate that he gets, obviously. But I mean, he plays for the Celtics, so everybody's gonna hate him.
Jaylen Brown kind of low key threw, not shade, but like
Dylan
a
Brooks,
little bit
is that what you're talking
disrespect.
about?
No, towards Tatum.
When? In his pod?
It's not his pod. He went. Who's the guy that? He's really funny. It's I don't remember his name. Is it Gilly?
I saw a couple clips from it. I saw
Yeah,
I
so
saw a clip of
wait,
him
wait.
throwing shade at Dylan Brooks.
He threw shade. Yeah, but not really. Just talking about what he does. But they asked him to do a current top 5 in the league right now. If you had to make a starting 5, you put Steph at the 1, you put Anthony Edwards at the 2. He wasn't allowed to put himself in. You put KD at the 3. You put LeBron at the 4.
Wow,
And you
no
put
Tatum.
Wembanyama at the 5.
Wow.
And I'm like listening to him in my class because I'm a terrible student. And I was like, he said KD at the 4, the 3. I'm like, don't do it. Don't put LeBron in here. If you put KD, you had to put LeBron. You put LeBron in there. I'm like, Tatum's better than 41-year-old LeBron right now. Are you fucking kidding me?
We're talking about current, like how they're
Yeah,
playing.
like
currently?
right now.
Yeah.
Like right now. You're taking 41-year-old LeBron, man,
Yeah, that is crazy. I don't know. I mean,
over your fucking teammate. That's better than him in every facet of the game right now. In every facet.
Luke Cornett at the 5.
I'd take Cornette over Wembanyama right now. He has blood clots.
All right, next game.
Yeah, okay.
The Wizards
Suns.
or the Suns. Suns were first. Ugh, they're so atrocious.
I hate watching the Suns.
They're so bad.
I
they're
hate
just
watching
so
the
bad.
Suns. I watched a Second Apron video that was on Locked On Celtics by John Corrales,
Yep.
and they talked about how like they could add a guy for a vet minimum if they do have to. They're talking about how they could keep Luke Cornett and all this. What hoops they'd have to jump through to keep Luke Cornett. It'd be like it's way too much to keep a guy like Luke Cornett on the Celtics.
So you
but
think he's gonna end up leaving?
I think if we lose, Drew's gonna be traded. I think Drew's gonna be traded and Hauser's gonna be traded. That's what it sounds like. And then they could get guys like Tyus Jones. But then they still have to fill out the roster.
I think that
You get Tyus Jones for a minimum, which he took for the Suns.
I've been saying that Hauser's gonna get traded. I think that Baylor Shireman's gonna step into those shoes. I think.
Yeah, they're different players though. I don't know. I feel like Shireman's shot is not. Sam's shot's so much more smooth. Shireman's shot like comes from his chest.
Yeah, it does, but I just think, I think that they're different players. I think Baylor Shireman is going to play a role in this team next year. I don't think that he'll get any minutes in the playoffs this year, unfortunately, because they go down to like an 8 or 9 man rotation usually.
Yeah, Cornette might be replaced by Keita too in the rotation.
Yeah,
hopefully Keita's ready for that.
I think Keita with one more offseason could become a really good ball player. But what do you think the 8 or 9 man rotation is for the playoffs? Obviously you have Tatum, Brown,
same as last year.
Tatum, Drew, Derek, Al, KP, Sam, Peyton,
Cornette.
and
They're
Cornette.
They're going
There's your
9 for
9,
the first 2 rounds.
Right, and then Cornette did he play in the finals?
No, Cornette didn't play in the. Cornette technically played in the conference finals, but that's because Tillman's dad died, and that was supposed to be his series.
Didn't Tillman play in the finals over Cornette last year?
Yeah, he did.
Because KP was out, right?
3.
Yeah.
KP was out for game 3 and 4, and then he came back for game 5.
Yeah, and he was still hurt.
Then still he scored 5 points. But yeah, so it was Cornette played the first 2 series once KP went down. He was a good matchup for the Cavs. And then he played game 1 and 2 in Indiana against Indiana. Remember he had that they doubled Tatum. He passed it to Cornette at half court, and Cornette just dribbled down and dunked the ball because nobody was on him.
Yeah.
But he was getting dogged on by Miles Turner.
Miles Turner's a good ball player, man.
Yeah. It was I think this year will be a little different if Cornette gets that matchup because I'm sure KP's not. I wonder if we can find when's the last time we can find a 2 month span where KP hasn't missed a game in a 2 month span. Can we find a point of that in his season or in his career?
I don't know if there is one.
He played 72 games in his rookie season, so probably
Maybe that was probably it.
So
But after that, probably no. Yeah, the Suns game was boring. I mean, the Celtics dominated the whole game.
yeah, that's why we're not even talking about
The
it.
Suns are terrible to watch. Same thing with the Washington game. I mean, we talk about that game too, but it's just like those teams are so bad.
Marcus Smart jawing at it with a fan after the game. Did
Yeah,
you see that?
obviously that fan said something.
Probably said something racist. Honestly.
Yeah, probably rage baited him, but I love Marcus, man. I really hope that we bring him back on a vet minimum at some point in his career. He deserves to retire a Celtic.
Or even like just contribute after his Wizards contract, just come back here and contribute with still like stuff left in the tank. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I mean, he's still what, 32?
Yeah, he's there. Yeah.
He's younger than Drew. All right. Well, what else do you want to talk about? Western Conference playoff picture. Aren't there 4
Like
teams
Eastern
tied?
Conference is a little more interesting right now because East is we're the East.
Aren't there like 4 teams tied in the West though? For
Something like
6th,
that.
7th, 8th, and 9th or something like that.
Yeah, but like those, I don't know. The Warriors are gonna be or the 5 seed now. They're matched up, or no, the 6. They're matched up with the Lakers right now in the playoffs. If the playoffs started right now, which is very interesting.
You think there's any chance the Celtics get the 1?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have the tiebreaker. It's 2-2 in the series, and Cavs have to lose out, and we have to win out. We're down by 4 games with 4 games left.
Right.
But the Pistons fell back to the 6 seed. Bucks leapfrogged them a little bit.
Yeah, 1.5 games, so the Pistons will be the 6.
Well, you never know.
Nah, the Eastern
Bucks
Conference.
have no Giannis.
The Eastern Con.
No Dame.
Damn,
not
the Eastern Conference is gonna stay where it's at.
I'd rather see the Bucks in our side of the bracket, honestly.
Cavs, Celtics, Knicks, Pacers, Bucks, Pistons, Magic.
Jalen Brunson returned last night.
Yeah, he
He's
played.
healthy now. Good for him.
I hate him.
Good to see him flopping around the second round. I think the Pistons are gonna beat them.
The Pistons beat the Knicks, you think?
Nah, I'd say the Knicks probably beat the Pistons. I think we've missed. They look back at our last 3 playoff runs, like how close we were to matching up against the Knicks. It's 1 or 2 wins every time. Like 7-game series, Knicks Pacers,
Yeah.
and then 1 game away from seeing them. The year before that, 2 games away against the Heat in 6 against the Knicks. We would have seen them in the conference finals.
Yeah.
And then the
Man,
year before that, I believe it was
The Heat suck. Watching us lose that game was painful.
yeah.
But the Heat are the last team I'm ever worried about. I hope we play the Heat. We should sweep them.
I'd rather play Atlanta, honestly.
Trae Young
Even though they have
me.
the best player out of the 4 teams.
And so does Dyson. The defense that team plays scares me.
I feel like Atlanta won't steal a game off of us because we're so aware. We'll be so locked in about the Dyson Daniels thing and guarding Trae Young. You know what I mean? But also I feel like the Bulls could, for some reason, steal a game off us.
The Bulls.
I don't know. I feel like they could
Who's
just
even on their team now?
Josh Giddey, Kobe White,
Okay, yeah.
Vucevic.
I mean, they're a good team. Yeah.
Pat Williams,
Yeah.
who's coming into his own.
Good roster.
What's his nickname again? It's it's a variation of the Claw. He's supposed to be like Kawhi.
I have no clue.
I forget his nickname. It's like the Paw or something. Something like that. Who else do they have on that team? They have what's his name? Long dreads, younger player, kind of like a wing guard combo. What's his name? I know him. He was on my fantasy team a lot. He's injured though.
Anyways, yeah, I mean, I think Kobe White's a dangerous player too. I think the Bulls absolutely could steal a game off of somebody, off of us, if we ever see him.
They actually don't play that great in Chicago either. In the recent years,
Yeah.
I believe they're the 9, and they're not too far away from the 8.
They are.
I won't be mad if we're gonna see the Magic either way. It's gonna be the Magic. That's the one team I don't want to see.
No. Why you don't like Paul? You don't like Paul Bancaro?
Like, They were the 3 seed when they were healthy, like in
Yeah.
the first half of the season. And then they got so unhealthy, and they're still in it. And now they're starting to get healthy at the
Yeah.
perfect time.
Yeah, the Magic are a good team. I mean, I don't really care. I think the Celtics beat anybody, man. The way they're playing basketball now, I think they should make it to the finals. All right.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. Who is your most important player in the back-to-back championship run?
Jason Tatum. This team goes as far as Jason Tatum brings them this year because the Jaylen Brown injury he's playing through. Porzingis isn't going to stay healthy. It's at some
You don't
point.
think Porzingis stays healthy?
No, come on.
I think you will.
He'll miss games.
I think he'll stay healthy. He's the healthiest he's been since he's been with the Celtics right now.
I wonder if he's the only starting NBA champion, like a starter on the NBA championship team that hasn't played in a second round in his entire career.
He's gonna stay healthy, man. Trust me, it's gonna happen.
I think Tatum's the most important player. I think it doesn't have to be Tatum's jump shot, just if Tatum can continuously dominate the game the way he dominates the game. Like there's games this season, last season where it's like, holy shit, he only had 27 and like 8 and 8, but like it felt like he had like 90 tonight.
90, yeah.
Like Jokic, he puts up 60, 20, 20. Everyone's a different player. The numbers look different for everybody when they dominate the game the right way, not just dominating the scoring sheet. When Tatum dominates the game the right way, it's like damn near 30-point triple-doubles. We know he's capable of like 55, 13, and 9 if he really wanted it.
Yeah. Who am I gonna pick? Honestly, I think I'm stuck between Pritchard and Hauser right now.
Pritchard's a good one, yeah.
I think I have to go Pritchard. I have faith in Jason Tatum, and I know that he's gonna take this team where he wants to take them. But Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Derek White, they don't play 48 minutes a game. So
Yeah.
the bench is going to have to contribute in this run.
Tatum might. Tatum might, dude.
The
45 against the Lakers.
The bench should have to contribute, and I think Peyton Pritchard is going to be the biggest part of that. So I think that him and Sam coming off the bench need to score, need to have an impact instantly in games, and Pritchard did that last year, specifically in the finals. I mean, he hit some big shots, so that's my key player.
Can you go top 5 most important players in the playoffs?
Just in general,
Yeah,
like on our team, or just in the whole playoffs?
on the team.
On our team, the top 5.
Yeah.
I would say Pritchard 1, Tatum 2.
Jesus Christ.
Tatum has to
Pritchard
perform.
won. Pritchard feels more like a bonus.
He's got to score. Somebody has to light the torch off the bench. But all right, Pritchard 1, Tatum 2, Porzingis 3. If he stays healthy, Porzingis needs to stay healthy, especially with Jaylen Brown hurt. This is getting tough.
I feel like this year's so much more different than last year. Like it's so much easier to do this last year.
Yeah. 4.
Because for me, it's only like reasons, not people.
Derek White 4.
Derek White 4.
Jaylen Brown 5.
It's not Drew Holiday,
No.
who was the 3rd best player in the playoffs for the Celtics last year.
Drew Holiday has the experience. I trust in Drew Holiday to make good decisions.
Yeah, but that's not. What are these people that you're worried about?
No, these are people I think need to step up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think hopefully Derek White has that Klay Thompson run he had against the Heat where he just wasn't missing.
What do you got? Give me your top 5.
I give you top 5. I do Tatum at number 1.
Yep.
I feel like Jaylen Brown's injury pushes him up all the way to number 2. Like he's the biggest. He's important right now how he plays because if he's just tanking on defense and it's like a giant sore spot.
I think defensively is the biggest spot for him. He needs to be able to play defense.
I'm starting to think that he should devote all his energy and all of his stuff on defense right now and just not be a big-time scorer. Give his shots to Pritchard or just run the pick and roll slowly and protect your knee on the offensive side of the ball. That's why that makes Porzingis more important.
Right.
Because then if Jaylen Brown's not scoring and he's just a three-point threat because he's resting on offense, then you go way more post-ups with Porzingis with Tatum on the bench.
Yeah.
So Jaylen Brown, Porzingis which I just named our top 3 players.
Yeah.
I go, Peyton Pritchard should be there. Peyton Pritchard should be there because this season, how many games has he saved us with him scoring like 28 to 25 points?
A few.
A lot, yeah. The games I went to, definitely, like, he had to go off in those. And then number 5, I'd say Al Horford.
It's a good one.
'Cause I think
He's playing really good basketball right now, in my opinion.
because Al will probably get a few starts during this postseason run.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. KP probably won't start every game. I agree with that. I don't think that he's going to get hurt, but I don't think that he'll start every game.
No, well, if he's healthy, they're going to start him every game. Think about it. When have they not started him when he's healthy? But in the finals was obviously different circumstances.
Yeah. But
He's a starter, and he's versatile. He's more versatile than you think he is.
I mean, KP is disgusting.
He's ridiculous, bro.
He's top 3 big men in the league.
No, not top 3.
Yeah, he is.
Do you consider Giannis a big?
Nah.
Really?
I'm saying 5. A 5.
4 and 5s are the same, bro. There's no more 4s in the league. If you're a big, you're a big.
I guess you could call Giannis a 4. Sure, Giannis is better than him?
Yeah, Embiid.
No.
You're an idiot.
Bro, Embiid sucks.
You're an idiot.
Embiid sucks, bro.
He averages 34 when he's healthy.
He's played 46% of games in his career, bro.
So is Porzingis.
Nah, he's played more. He's played more.
Go look it up on Google, bro.
Embiid sucks, bro.
Embiid does not suck.
Has Embiid ever gotten past these?
Wembanyama's better than Porzingis.
Not yet.
Yes.
Not yet. He will be, but not yet. Actively, no.
I honestly, KP's like.
You're missing like the biggest guy, Jokic.
Yeah. Jokic,
All right, I'd say top 5. He's top 5.
I'd say top 7.
5.
I don't think he's like. There's too many good bigs out there.
Giannis, Jokic.
Embiid.
Still not putting Embiid over KP,
Wembanyama.
bro. Not putting Wemby over.
Who the fuck else is in the league?
That's it, bro. That's your
Yeah,
5.
wait, no, there's more. There's more.
Carl Anthony
Sengun.
Carl Anthony Towns. Nah, Sengun is not better
Sengun's
than
nasty,
No, he's
bro.
not, bro.
Dude, he's the best player on the Rockets, dude.
Bro.
With a 2 seed in the West.
Put KP on the Rockets and
You know why
They're
there's
the
so much
same
parity
place.
in the league right now? Like why everything's so close? It's because of the second apron. Like it's making teams make terrible to tough decisions, and it's like keeping everybody so much more close to each other. We're gonna see this like every year. Like that's the second apron now. You can't go above it, or else you'll get screwed.
Okay, so KP has played 499.
He's missed half the season this year. He's gonna play one more game, which means he's gonna be at 41. He's missed the entire half the season. And by the way, he missed last game with an illness.
He did?
Yeah,
Probably rest, bro.
and he's questionable for this game with an illness, and now Horford's out.
It's rest.
I'm scared, bro.
It's
I swear
rest.
to God. Well, they call the thing back during the COVID year where like when you got COVID again, like rebound or something.
Mm-hmm. 72 times 9. KP's missed 149 games in his career and has played in 499.
So that's like 25% around there.
I don't even know it. 648. Wait, how do you do this again?
You
Wait.
go games missed divided by games.
Wait, what did I say? It
played.
was 149, right?
Yeah. Look at Embiid's.
Wait. Oh, wait. No, yeah. 21%.
Just 21%.
Yeah. So he's played in almost 80% of games in his career.
Okay, so Embiid, 48, 58, 64, 124, 132, 192,
Are you just doing this math in your head?
Yeah. 243, 294, 94. Oh, that's. I don't know. I'd rather not.
Joel
do that.
Embiid,
It's
446
long.
career games played, 400 career games missed. That was as of January 29th, 2025. And he has not played. So
Since
he's almost even.
With Porzingis?
No, like even like 50-50.
Yeah.
He's like
Well,
52,
he's missed like his
52%.
first 2 years in the league,
He's
bro.
like 52% played, 48% sat out.
I'm sure Porzingis would be the same thing if he was the number one guy for like 8
I
years.
can't even have this argument with you.
But yeah,
Embiid's just, it's not there.
I guess Porzingis is top 5
I know.
because yeah, there's not a whole lot of
Really good bigs in the league. So I'm telling you, this guy's important to our team.
yeah. Well, he's a bonus because Al Horford's so good.
Yeah, but Al
Like
Horford.
Cornette's literally getting you 9 offensive rebounds a night.
Yeah, what was that about?
You already said he's like a Porsche or whatever. What kind
Not
of dog he was?
a beagle.
Beagle, yeah, it was a beagle. I remember I was like on my phone, like on my chair, talking to my friend, and then all of a sudden that just pops up on the interview on my TV, and I have YouTube TV now.
He's such a goofball, dude.
My whole family got off cable.
Cable sucks.
They're on YouTube TV now.
That's what I use. Cable stinks.
Yeah, I mean my dad's pissed because he can't watch the Bruins anymore.
Yeah, you have to get a Nesson 360.
Yeah, he's looking into it.
$30 a month. Ugh, I have it.
Not a great year to watch the Bruins though.
No, they stink. But I used to watch the Red Sox.
Can't believe they traded Marchand.
It's a rebuild, man.
Yeah, they still gotta blow it all up.
Yep. That's what the Celtics did. I mean, they turned Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Rajon Rondo and Ray Allen into Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and
Marcus
Right.
Smart,
Yeah.
I think it was a part of that.
right.
One of his picks was there.
Yeah. So I mean,
And Smart turned into Porzingis.
remember when everybody freaked out about that trade when we traded away KG and Paul Pierce to the Nets?
What was that, like 2013?
Yeah.
I was more like a Patriots fan back then. I was like, Celtics were my second. I was like, oh, well, they lost to the Knicks in the first round
It
anyway.
was like late. Yeah, it was like late in their careers, and everybody thought they still had it in them.
Was that Melo's like one playoff win or playoff series win
I think it might have been.
against fucking us? KG was like on his last leg.
Yeah.
Dude, he got traded and averaged 6.6 on the Brooklyn Nets in his first season.
That's bad. What else you got? Anything?
Well, there's the Jaylen Brown podcast. They talked a lot about like how players go broke immediately after they retire because of agents apparently.
Really?
Yeah, so if you look up the word agency, the definition is like your power. So like you're giving them your power. Like and they like kind of low key like steal your money.
Interesting.
Jaylen Brown was actually the highest player to get drafted without an agent.
Who's his agent? Himself?
Yeah, he didn't have an agent. He just got drafted number 3.
Does he have an agent now?
No. He is, I guess not. That's what he said, I think. But,
Agent.
so, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, who was it? Tony Snell, right? Was trying to get on an NBA team last year.
Yeah, because he had no money.
He had no money, right? And he couldn't afford the health care for his kids or something.
Yeah, and he got that opportunity, though, right?
I don't remember.
No, I think he did get signed, which is awesome.
Dude,
But,
J.D. Davidson, G League MVP.
yeah, they lost again. Back-to-back losers in the championships.
Oh, they lost in the championship again?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if it's a series, but they got it was a close game. They got.
I think it's a series. I think it's 3 games or something.
I don't know
maybe
if it was
I'm
game
wrong.
3 or not, but Celtics do play the Knicks tonight.
Yeah. Who's playing?
Nobody. I mean,
it's-
All NBA Jaylen Brown will play. He's questionable. All
Of
NBA
course he will.
Jaylen Brown. Will
Tatum's
play.
out, I think, right?
He's questionable.
Yeah, I think he won't play.
All the top 6 is on the injury report,
Yeah.
but Derek White and Drew Holiday are both probable.
Oh,
So it's probably going to be Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and Drew Holiday and the fellas.
I want JT to play one more game, get some 3-pointers up. He needs to get hot for the playoffs.
You might play the Orlando game then,
Yeah.
because they play Orlando tomorrow.
Ugh, back to back.
Yeah, Knicks Orlando.
And then when the playoffs start?
11 days is the first day of the playoffs.
So we have, 10 days after our final regular season game? The playoffs?
No, our final. We still
we
have
have 4,
Charlotte
that's
twice.
right.
We
Yeah,
still have
that's right.
Charlotte twice. So
Once
it'll
there
be,
and once at home?
Both at home. So it'll be
Are we at home tonight?
no. It's both back to back on the road.
MSG and then down to Orlando?
Yeah. And
Gross.
we're playing nobody though, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's going to say
Except for All NBA Jaylen Brown. He still needs to play 3 out of the last 4. He has
So
to be
stupid.
20 minutes of each game.
He has to
be
play
in.
20 minutes?
Yeah, you can't just like go in for 1 minute and be like, I'm out.
That sucks.
You have to play like 20 minutes to qualify as a game played, I guess, for all NBA.
That's wild. They made some crazy rules for that, huh?
Yeah, he's a part of it, dude.
Yeah, I know.
He's vice president of the NBPA. So Porzingis is questionable with a non-COVID illness. Holiday is probable with the right shoulder impingement he's been dealing with. Tatum is questionable with the ankle. Al Horford has been ruled out with a knee.
And toe sprain?
It's knee this time.
Oh.
Back to back, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Derek White's probable with the sprained right big toe. I guess it's contagious. Al Horford gave it to him.
Wait, who got it? Who is it?
Derek White.
He has a big toe sprain?
He definitely asked for that injury report. And then Jaylen Brown is questionable, obviously, with a knee. And he will play with that knee.
So, what do you think about Peyton Pritchard signing with Converse?
You should have signed with 741s.
I'm actually reading a report right now that Pritchard just did a presser. And he said, once I tell Jaylen about the money situation, he's going to have to understand it's a little bit more. I'm not in a position like JB, not making as much money as that man. So I'm going to assume that Pritchard probably got a bag from Converse.
Yeah, I mean, he deserves it. He's going to be sixth man of the year.
Yeah. Those shoes are kind of sick, too.
JB's?
Both. They're the Converse, though.
Yeah, I want to try to get Jaylen Brown's one day.
Are they public yet? Like, can you buy them?
I don't know, but I'm going to try to get them. Also, Jalen Brunson is questionable for this game.
I bet he doesn't play.
I don't know if he's questionable, but it says he's a game time decision, so I'm going to look it up right now. He'll probably play because he's going for all NBA also, and they're also trying to solidify the 3 seed. It's not in wraps yet, technically. So that's why I believe the Knicks are
It's so crazy that we signed Peyton Pritchard to a 4-year, $30 million extension.
I mean, it makes sense, though, because he didn't play the year previous. He was like, he rack up like 20 DNPs in a row or whatever, something like that, and he tried to get traded.
Yeah, he wanted out because he wanted to play, man, which is fair. He should.
Yeah, he's good enough, too.
He's 27, wow.
Think about it, dude. His rookie year, he played a lot. He played a lot in his rookie year.
I'm telling you, bro, put that guy on like a middle of the pack average team, and he scores 20 a game.
Think about this though. Like his first year, he played a lot. His second year, he didn't play like at all to start the season. Then they trade Dennis Schroeder, and now all of a sudden he's playing on a team that went to the finals. He's a pivotal role on that team. And then next year they get Brogdon, they trade for him, and then he's just on the bench the whole year.
The whole year, yeah.
And then he's like, wow, I'm getting less and less and less playing time. And when I do get my opportunity, we went to the finals and stuff.
Yeah.
In my rookie year, I was pretty good. I had a game winner against Miami in one of my first games. Remember when he made that? It was like a tip-in layup, and he was like,
yeah.
And everyone was making fun of him on the sideline. On Instagram, Tristan Thompson posted the Peyton Pritchard dancing thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a guy that you want to keep around, obviously.
Tristan Thompson on the Celtics was so funny.
Blake Griffin on the Celtics.
I like Blake Griffin more on the Celtics. Tristan Thompson was a cheerleader, but he was starting for us.
I loved Blake Griffin, man. And his Cantor Freedom.
Yeah, my dad has an Ennis Freedom jersey.
Does he?
Freedom on the back.
What does he play? Who does he play for now?
No one.
Are you sure?
He went against Nike and LeBron, so the league blacklisted him.
Why did he go against them?
Because Nike has slaves. And they have slaves make their stuff, like China and Muslim slaves. So he called out LeBron and the NBA being like, because he's from Turkey, so there's a lot of he's not actually allowed to go back in Turkey. If he goes back in Turkey, he gets arrested or whatever. It's something like that. No, Brunson's probable, and so is Miles McBride. He's probable also.
Is Cat playing?
Cat is playing. Everyone's playing. Everyone's playing for them.
Make the cat noise.
Nah, I'm good. But
foul!
Do you like the reel I sent you?
Yeah.
So funny, bro. It's the one where it's like Shea comes up to Cat in the All-Star game. And he's like, I was shooting free throws at MSG, and tell me why I heard this. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander at the free throw line. And Cat's like, what do you mean? That wasn't me.
Guys, a fruitcake.
Dude, he's so funny, bro. Have you seen his Twitch? No,
he streams?
Yeah, he plays video. He's a big streamer. He plays video games and stuff.
I did not know that. Does he have a family?
He has a girlfriend / wife.
No kids.
He's kind of young. Pretty sure he was drafted in 19, right?
I
Number
think
one
so.
pick.
Yeah, he's
Number one
young,
pick in
yeah.
2015.
All right.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to find the video. I don't send that many videos to you, so it shouldn't be hard to find. You seen this one? Oh, wait, I have my AirPods in. All right, yeah. We've been going for 35 minutes. I guess that's long enough.
All right.
Celtics play the Knicks tonight, play the Magic tomorrow. Both meaningless games, but both teams will probably see in the playoffs. So, you know what? I'd rather pull all of them. Don't let them get some type of mental advantage over you. Either Orlando's crazy, so if they beat Peyton Pritchard and the fellas, they'll probably get a mental advantage over you anyways.
Nah. Joe Mazzulla. Luke Kornetzik. Kula. Give me one more.
Celtics in 5.
I need a third one.
I don't have a third one. I'm not.
Celtics in 5.
Celtics
in 4.
Celtics in 4. That sounds good.
All right.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Have a good one.